Welcome back, boys and girls, Zims and Zers. This is Approved for All Audiences. I, as always, am Tim Bentine. We got...
Hi, I'm Chase.
That's just Cheese Newport over there. And today we are talking about House of Gucci.
House of Gucci.
Before we get into it, I do want to say, sorry for the break. We all did Christmas. We all did New Year's. And I hope you all had a good one.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
We also have some exciting news. You can listen to audio only. So if you want to take us in the car, if you want to listen to us at work, you can do that now. We are on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. Anywhere you get it, you can get us on the road.
Nice.
We also have a website now, which is Approved for All Audiences Pod, I believe, at buzzsprout.com, where you can find us on Instagram, soon to be Twitter. We might do a Facebook. I don't know. Does anyone really use that anymore? I don't know. Es posible. We'll see.
Can you hit that website one more time?
Approved for all audiences pod.
Yeah.
.buzzsprout.com.
Buzzsprout.
I'll put it on the little thing there.
Sweet. That'll help.
What else do we have to plug here? Oh, hit us up at approved for all audiences pod at gmail.com if you have anything to say.
Suggestions.
Also, thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for liking.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for commenting. Anything and everything helps.
Shout out to our moms.
Shout out to our moms for listening and watching. Shout out Jake Newport for commenting. Shout out Mike Fisher for hooking us up with a new camera. We also have new cameras and mics. Also, apologies for the audio last time. Hopefully...
Got to thank the Evans family. Deb, Craig, and Michael for watching.
Craig, Michael. Thank
Appreciate
y'all.
that.
Thank y'all. All right, with that, I guess let's get into the show here.
Let's get into it.
All right, hit us with that synopsis, Cheese.
So what we got here was the House of Gucci. This movie, brief synopsis. When Patrizia Reggiani, an outsider from humble beginnings, marries into the Gucci family, her unbridled ambition begins to unravel the family legacy and triggers a reckless spiral of betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately murder. This came out on November 21st, so the newest picture we've done. It was directed by Ridley Scott. This movie stars Lady Gaga as Patricia, Adam Driver as Maurizio, Jared Leto, who I didn't recognize, as Paolo. Jeremy Irons plays Adam Driver's dad, Rodolfo Gucci. Salma Hayek plays a gypsy fortune teller named Pina. And Al Pacino.
Oh, was that Pina?
That's Pina.
Oh, Jesus, Murph.
And Al Pacino plays Jared Leto's dad, Adolfo Gucci.
So where do you want to start here? You want to go with how all these broads and fellas are looking, or do you want to get right into scene one?
Let's I'm going to talk a little bit about the scores it's gotten so far, but yeah, you should flash up some of those pictures.
So Lady Gaga and I always fuck these names up.
Patrizia. Say it like you're ordering pizza at a Giuliano's, and then you'll...
Patrizia. Patrizia.
Yeah,
oh.
That's how I sound when I order pizza, too. I'd like a large pepperoni.
She looks pretty similar to the real gal.
You can throw it up there?
Yeah, check it out.
Wow.
She looks pretty Sims, solid bims.
And you actually just told me about her, well, I guess that might spoil something at the ending, so I will wait.
Well, you can give us a little tease, Cheese.
You said that she is still alive? She's still with us?
Yes.
And she is... Okay.
She's not in prison anymore.
Okay, good to know.
Oh, also, spoilers, guys. Yeah, don't watch this if you haven't seen it. I'm probably not going to put that at the top.
Yeah, the whole thing is going to be spoilers, right? Watch the picture, and we're going to get into a little trivia later on, so that's exciting. So stay tuned. Our average viewing time is like 4 minutes, so you just get past that because we got
a little game to play. We're trying to make this a little more fun. Also, if you'll notice, we put a little work into the old garage. It looks a little more satisfactoriano in here.
This is 99.9% Tim's doing, and if you could see the ground we're on and the stage, I mean, there's a live studio audience behind it. Can you do the clapping sound?
I think. I forget which one's which.
No. Shut up.
Not that one.
Oh, fuck.
I did put sound bites in here. Damn it. All right. Oh, I have them all listed right there. Applause is 5. There it is. I did that, and I didn't read it.
Real quick, this movie, before we get into our reviews and scores and recommendaciones, got a 6.9 on IMDb, got a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 59% on Metacritic. So
yeah,
take that for what you will. Everybody's going to come to their own conclusion, but I did find that interesting.
Oh, so should we talk about how fucking insane Jared Leto looks?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's introduce the cast here.
So here's Jared Leto. We just showed you Lady Gaga.
No,
Didn't we?
yeah, and this
Yeah,
this
is
right
Jared
here
Leto.
is Al Pacino, who is Adolfo Gucci. This is his like bastard son, not bastard, just stupid son.
Yeah, he's kind of the idiot.
Kind of the idiot, like the joke of the family. He thinks he's this like great designer.
And I guess we could get. Oh, I don't want to cut you off here.
No, it's fine. Tim whispered to me in the film while we're watching this. He goes, "That's Jared Leto," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I would have never known. They did a great job on.
Yeah, they
makeup
they
department.
did Real Guy pretty dirt skirt because Real Dude doesn't really look like that much of a piece of shit. Like he looks like a pretty normal old guy.
I'll be curious. Yeah,
Here he is. Like this is side by side. I mean, he just looks like a pretty normal dude, and then you got Kooky Magoo on the right. Like
Cookie Magoo.
Like I feel like when we watched this together, I was like, you asked me, do you think they were going for like some Oscar fodder with that?
Sure.
And my response was, well, if he actually gained weight, probably. But that's the stupidest thing I think I've ever thought. Why does it matter if I couldn't tell that he didn't actually gain weight?
Yeah.
And spoilers, he didn't. It's all makeup
Oh,
and a
gotcha.
bodysuit.
Okay.
But like, But as you saw just there, regular guy looks pretty normal. And the family, by the way, is super upset about this movie.
Well,
they
are they?
Oh, they are pissed.
Oh, that's good
But
to
I feel
know.
like any biopic, like when the family is still alive,
Mm-hmm.
it's Hollywood. They're gonna tweak and mince words for Spark, and
Right.
boy, howdy did they.
Well, it'd be curious since the guy's real. This is a real movie.
Yeah.
Because Jared Leto's accent in this is like the most.
What did I do there?
It's hamming up Italian. Like he holds out his vowels really long. Like
I wish I could have grabbed. Jesus, sorry guys. I wish I could have grabbed the clip because it does sound like Mario, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It is absolutely insane. But that being said, he was maybe my favorite character.
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
waiting for old J-Rod to come back every
Yeah.
time he wasn't in screen.
Yeah.
He was definitely the comic relief. He was a lot of fun. We haven't gone through the whole cast yet, so that was
So that's Al Pacino, Adolfo Gucci.
son.
That's his son, Paolo Gucci.
And we got the main digs here, Mr. Adam Driver.
Mr. Adam Driver. Now he plays as Maurizio Gucci. We'll get into him here in just a minute, but that's a shot of them.
When this movie first started, there's a thing in the world right now. Is Adam Driver hot? And I was like, nah, dude. He's got a big mouth that I couldn't fill, but I don't think he's that
It
attractive.
took me a second.
But when the movie concluded, I was like, you know what? I'd fill that mouth with porridge. He's a delight.
Like him.
He is a good-looking fella.
I like him.
That mouth is fucking crazy.
A lot of
huge.
mouth going on.
There's a lot of
A lot of mouth going on.
A lot of mouth going on with that
Hey,
sexy man.
Bringing a teammate.
Bringing the Tim mate.
Did you show? Have we shown? Do you have Jeremy Irons and Al Pacino?
I
on there?
do. I have it in order. We got the Pacinos next. Here's old Alfred.
This is
And what a slumdog millionaire he is.
Adolfo Gucci.
Wowee.
Adolfo Gucci.
He
It's
was
so
great
fun to say
too.
names.
He was very fun. I mean, it's Al Pacino. Like,
I don't know though.
Has he ever done bad?
I was like a little. He just screams at you the whole time in what's that? The like most famous mobster movie he did.
The most famous one?
Yeah, say hello to my little friend.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah. Didn't like Scarface that much.
Yeah.
I'm not a Scarface guy.
Okay, we got. Do we have?
So we got.
Do we have Jeremy
can't
Irons' character?
read. We do. What do I have under that
Rodolfo.
one?
There he
We got
is.
Jeremy Irons there. And what a sexy man he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, he's doing great.
But you know what?
He's doing real
He. They talked about accents a lot in this movie and like how well they all did with them.
Mm-hmm.
I strongly disagree with everyone. Jeremy Irons sounds British 85% of the time.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that because I was thinking, I was like, are these? At first, I was like, these are not good. Like these are really bad fake Italian accents.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But then I was like, well, maybe that's like what they're going for. Maybe that's how like when they learn to speak English in America, they just have these crazy accents. I don't know. But and then did we show the last main?
Well, let's keep talking about those accents for a second.
Sure.
Miss Gaga.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am not a relevant person. Like I guess you could say. I probably couldn't pick Lady Gaga out of a crowd. I know like of her. It took me a very long time to realize that was Lady Gaga, and I knew she was in the movie. but I was like kind of waiting for her. And it probably took me like 15 minutes to be like, oh, that's fucking Lady Gaga. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Of course. And she was like revered, like pre-production. I guess, yeah, pre-production. Because she'd been in character for 9 fucking months. How insufferable was she that 9 fucking months? Good Lord. But she came off like she was looking for moose and squirrel to me.
Okay.
Very, very, very Eastern European.
Okay.
That's a Rocky and Bullwinkle joke if you didn't pick that up.
I mean, they're like Southeastern Europeans.
Yeah, it's right there. There's a border involved.
Yeah, no, the accents bugged me at first, then I was like okay with it.
Yeah, I slipped
halfway
into
through.
it,
I was like, whatever.
It was whatever. But they didn't kill it the way that I think everyone wanted them to.
Yeah.
But again, could I do it? No, sir.
I mean, the thing is I think I could do that Jared Leto Italian all day.
That was a caricature.
I needed to be an artist, papa.
If I was a Gucci, I would be so offended at his rendition of like my uncle, son, brother-in-law, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the real Paolo Gucci
Ooh.
could be pretty pissed off about that. And
Is
then
he alive? I guess we don't know.
we'll get into
We'll
that.
get into that.
We do know.
Okay. I guess I forgot.
We know.
Hopefully that's not one of the trivs.
We
'cause
know.
I'm gonna frig that up.
Well, now it no. I'm just kidding. And then let's get into kind of the other main of the 5 kind of big.
I think we got one more biggie left here.
Right, Selma Hayek.
Selma.
So Selma Hayek plays Pina, who is a Spanish fortune teller, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But I didn't think she'd really have a big part in this movie. I thought it was kind of like a little funny thing at the beginning. And
yeah.
turns out she'll be in a lot of this conversation here.
Yeah, she definitely will. Go ahead.
Sorry. This is on me. I apologize. I thought Selma Hayek was Indian. And Tim was like, she's 100% Mexican. And I was like, okay, well, Hayek, I mean, I thought it sounded Indian.
Hayek, kayak, Lahayim.
Whoa.
Okay.
Lahayim?
Ew.
But anyway, so yeah. Thank you guys. Throwing it down out there.
Wait, where's the... Yikes. Fuck. I was gonna say something else here. Oh, I was trying to... Wow, that was a lot of...
Hey, keep working through
I
it.
was trying to, like, rekindle my memory on this movie this morning, and I really wanted to just rent it again, but it's...
Can't rent it right now?
Stuff is weird now. You have 45 days from the time a movie is in theaters to the time you can rent it. That's for, like, everything. Everything is already dedicated to a streaming site, which is cool, but, like, weird. So I was watching, like, other reviews, and a lot of people, they say this movie is, like, a Spanish soap opera. And then they kind of bring it back to, like, and look, Selma Hayek's in it. It's like...
Of course she is.
Yeah. But I didn't really think it was a telenovela.
No, I didn't get that vibe.
No, I didn't get that vibe at all.
I didn't get that vibe.
No.
I kind of bounced through. Is this like a kind of a tongue-in-cheek biopic, or is this like a drama that has some gigs in it? But we will find out.
There's some gigs. All right, go ahead and move on there, Cheese.
All right, so now that we got the players in the picture here, this movie opens up in Milan, Italy in 1978. And kind of the first thing that starts off here is that Lady Gaga's character, Patrizia Reggiani, she works at her father's car lot, and she, I don't know the circumstances, but she gets a phone call that there's like a party. And I don't know exactly how she gets that information, but she hears that there's a party, and Adam Driver, with
all these heavy hitters.
With all these heavy hitters, it's obviously like a hoity-toity party. Adam Driver's character, Maurizio Gucci, is also at this party. They run into each other, and she asks for a drink. He's like, I'm not the bartender. I probably don't need to go into the whole nitty-gritty with that.
You can get into
They end up dancing like the whole night through, and it kind of kicks off with like, oh, these two are
it's pretty sex.
Are super into each other, but it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Maurizio, and then she's kind of like stalking him a little bit, like trying to run into him again to have a date. She obviously knows
pretty stalker cinch. Yeah.
The Gucci name at this point is very well known. Like,
yeah.
So she must know that
bitches got belts, if you know what I'm saying.
Maurizio has given hints early on that he's not into the family business. He's going to be a lawyer.
He's he's like, fuck those pricks. Yeah, they have that whole conversation with his dad. He's like, I met a girl. I love her. And he's like, you're fucking stupid. She's a money-grubbing whore. let's not do that. You're going to tarnish the family name. Were you going to get into that? You probably would have done a better
Yeah,
job.
no, that's exactly right. So, she runs into him the next day after the dancing, or maybe later that week, and Maurizio's like not really fully into it, and she's like, "Aren't you going to ask me out on a date?" Kind of pushing her luck a little bit, and then we cut to that they go on a date. It's kind of cute, kind of showing that they're falling for each other a little bit, and then that jumps into
They call it a meat cute in the biz.
a meat cute,
which sounds delicious.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It reminds me of a meat cube, like for a stew. A meat cute. Yeah. Serendipitous. Anyway, moving on.
So Jeremy Irons, who plays Adam Driver's dad,
which is this lovely gentleman. If
he,
you all forgot. Nope, that's Pacino's.
He's at the very bottom, Tim.
Damn it! This was supposed to be seamless.
God, do you even podcast?
That friggin' hunk of man.
That's Adam Driver's dad. He invites them out to a lunch where Maurizio's going to tell him that he's in love with her. And then we'll kind of pause there and talk a little bit. But I will end on a quick note on that kind of opening 15 minutes or so, is that he asks Lady Gaga what her hobbies and interests are. And her response to that, I took a note of this, her response to that is people-pleasing and being social, which is pretty spot on.
They have a dinner with Papa Gooch. And they filmed that really well because you can feel the tension that like Papa Gooch is like, this bitch ain't it. Like honey bear, don't get attracted to this one because she is bad Jews. Yeah,
the dad. So what are your thoughts on the first 10-15 minutes? Were you into it at that point? Were you like?
I mean, yes and no.
Yeah.
I'm not like a fashion guy, so even going into this movie, I'm like, do I really care about Gucci at all? And from what I was gathering this morning, like watching reviews, everyone loved like the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, I would say that first 15 minutes, I was having fun. Still at that point, I was like, okay, cool. Like, what's going on here? But
I did definitely like the way that Lady Gaga portrayed her character worked, because I was like, dude,
oh yeah,
I don't want to be in a room with this girl. Like, she stinks of like nihilism.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Like,
she was very calculated.
Like
you could tell.
Manipulation station.
So, okay, this is kind of the first point in the movie where there's like some stuff's now starting to happen. The dad at the lunch, Lady Gaga's character steps away for a minute and he's like, hey, you have as much fun with her as you want, man. You take her wherever you want and have a good time, but
you can fuck her.
Yeah, you can fuck her.
I'm doing like Bronx.
But he's like, don't marry her. And Adam Driver is very steadfast and like, I don't really care to join like the Gucci family business. I'm in love with her. I'm not going to be a prisoner to the past of Gucci, which is an interesting line. And then
we'll find out later.
So the dad's immediate reaction to Adam Driver staying steadfast in the fact that he does not want Maurizio, Adam Driver, to marry Lady Gaga's character is like, I'm going to write you out of the will. I'm going to take away all of your money. So, I'm going to take you out of the will and take away all of your money. It's not really that bad.
I'm going to move that thing down a little bit. This guy, oh shit. Yeah. Sorry. Oop, I pushed the button too. There you go. That's beautiful. That's I want to see that pretty face.
So,
sorry.
No, you're good.
Will. Moving on.
Right. I'm going to take you out of the will. I'm going to cut you out of the. You're not going to have any money from Gucci now. Adam Driver doesn't give a fuck. So that kind of takes us into. Do you have any more notes on that lunch before I continue on, kind of with what's going on?
No, that's pretty much all he covered. Is if you marry this girl, you're gonna be poor, and I fucking hate you. And then they kind of. I think you're about to get into it. Then they do. They don't really talk about how much time though that they're apart.
Yeah, no.
I think you're supposed to assume it's like a year, but I think it's way under that.
I bet it's under that. That all felt pretty.
It feels like a month, like talking about it now. But when you're watching the movie, you're like, oh, I bet they haven't talked for like a while, because he talks to Alfo about it. Aldo. Excuse me.
Aldo. I think I've been saying Adolfo. It's Aldo.
Is it Aldo?
It's Aldo.
Adolfo reminds me of.
I actually can find out really quickly.
Yeah.
Aldo.
No,
Aldo. My bad. That's Al Pacino's character.
Yep.
Sorry.
This handsome, is it worth it? You know what Al Pacino looks like. that freaking lump of hair.
So you're saying, so Adam Driver had talked with Aldo, like before?
I think it was
Because I don't think at that point we had even been introduced to Al Pacino yet. I think he comes in here shortly.
You're right. Go ahead and move on. Chase took way better notes. We saw this in a theater. I forgot my notebook. I can't read or write. And Yeah.
Uh,
Chase did much better with this one than me.
Where Tim excels in set design, literacy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Just
He's literate, I'm shitterate.
we kind of going back on the other two, and not to like roast ourselves at all. Just feel like we kind of jump around a little bit and we get excited about what we think and the ending and how gay is Kevin Spacey in this one. And no, Kevin Spacey's not going to be a problem for a while. Anyway, okay, so Jeremy Irons' character, Adam Driver's dad, does not give him his blessing. What ends up happening is Adam Driver, and we don't know how long they're apart. I did not get the impression that it was very long. I thought it was like kind of a rush, like, no, I'm into her right now. Let's do this. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't know
it doesn't
either.
say how long it was.
They did a very bad job. The only reason I could tell, well, you mentioned this to me earlier.
Mhm.
Am I jumping too far ahead?
No.
Okay. That I could tell, like, the suppression of time was A, the music,
Yes.
and B, the cars. I'm a car guy. So,
car guy.
like, and they did have a lot of cool vehicles in this. But you could also tell, like, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but it was very definite. So we start, like, late 70s into early 80s is, like, the first act. And then the second act goes mid 80s to, I guess, to mid 90s, because we end, like, what,
95.
7?
Or, I think it's 95 or 6.
Okay.
Right around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the timing on this, they're not always explicit, but there's a few things that can tell. The cars, their age is kind of like what differentiates the acts in this. Like, there's the young lovers, and they're kind of middle-aged, and they're a little bit older at the end.
Which, for a dummy like me, is very helpful.
I will say also
nice.
And I'm getting right into this, so I hope I'm not jumping too far ahead. But when they jump scenes here, the music in the transitions is phenomenal. Like,
oh, the soundtrack is great.
It's great.
I mean, now that we do something where I can't use copyrighted music, I feel like to make a movie where you pay to have good music could be so much easier, but they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Every song, I mean, you got some Bowie in there.
Yeah.
Who else was in there?
Well, the first, and I even took a note like early on after they have that lunch, and he goes to the house, and so Adam Driver goes to Lady Gaga's house to basically tell her father, like, hey, I'm in love with your daughter, but I'm not going to be like a Gucci guy, and now I'm not going to have any money, and I actually don't have a job right now, but like I want your daughter's hand in marriage.
That's verbatim what he says, yeah.
Boom! Cutscene with an Italian version of, and then I saw her face, ding, 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 ding. But it was in Italian. So it was like Bella ciao con te, so somos Balici, a pepperoni supreme, and my pizza, I want a ganici.
Oh, pepper chin.
And it was really fun when it transitioned.
It was very fun. It was a very fun time.
Okay, so
well, I also want to say this was
yeah.
based off of, I mean, obviously a book. Oh, speaking of book, I was hoping you couldn't see me reading my book. Based off a book called House of Gucci. I mean, who would have thought that? By Sarah Gay Forden.
Can I get that name one more time?
Sarah Gay Forden.
Cool.
And it was not too accurate. And the family is very pissed. Like we mentioned earlier, of course they would be. Yeah, I will say, like, if you didn't know, like, what Gucci was, I mean, how could you kind of not know what Gucci is?
Right.
But we both went into this, like, not looking anything up about it, like, at all. Like, I didn't know motherfucker got shot. No idea.
Pretty, I was pretty blind to the story. So yeah,
Yeah.
when you say that, I'm like, oh, is that a spoiler at the end? But I'm sure everybody else in
If
the
you're
world
watching
knows
this,
what. Yeah.
You're probably looking to be like, what are these idiots fucking think about this movie? So you probably saw the film, I would imagine.
Yeah, but it was fun. I mentioned like 2 different times last night. I was like, it was really fun to not really know this whole family's fucking story.
I didn't look it up on purpose,
Right.
Because I wanted to go in blind, and I also don't really give a shit about Gucci stuff. So
Yeah.
like, it didn't interest me to look it up in the slightest.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a fashion person, so it was just like
I'm not gonna pay fucking $2,000 for a white belt. I'm not doing that. Ever.
I'm wearing a gold fake Seiko that you got me from China.
You're
right
welcome. We support slave labor.
now. No, we don't. No, approve for all audiences. We don't.
There it is.
All right. Continuing.
Yep.
Okay, so the father gets him, Lady Gaga's dad gets him a job at the truck shop that they work at, and there's about a little 10-second weird clip of them like playing squirt gun fight, which was a little out of nowhere. But
Yeah, you don't really. I want to talk about the squirt gun fight a little bit.
Sure,
Because
get into
you
it.
see, Jesus, this is gonna be a theme on this show. Tim can't remember names.
which just
I want to call him Maurice.
Maurizio.
Maurizio. You see him like washing trucks. It almost kind of reminds me of Kevin Spacey in American Beauty, like reminiscing on fast food, because Adam Driver's character, sorry, he's been in this high affluent like house of fucking Gucci, and then he has to go with his father-in-law, which is kind of just like a doldrum job.
Yeah.
He doesn't like really have to do anything.
Right.
And so like his workmate, they're washing semis, and he like squirts them, and you kind of think, is he gonna get like pissed about this, or is he gonna play along? And he plays along, and then it's this cute thing, and then they start playing football, and then what happens?
Okay, so after the squirt gun scene, Lady Gaga's like the office manager of the trucking company, and she calls over the intercom like, Maurizio, can you come to the office, please? And Maurizio, Adam Driver, goes into the office, and they have one of the most aggressive sex scenes I've seen in a while.
It's pretty aggressive.
It's
dude.
real good.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to spread false information, but I was reading some bullshit on the interwebs today, which is not source material, but I heard they actually did some of that in real life.
Wow, what is it that they did, Tim?
A little bit of 1, 2, and maybe somebody got a. Damn it! I'm not good at the hotkeys yet. Moving on. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Well,
Adam
Adam Driver.
I have a cool boner noise, but I can't find it.
Oh, here, I'll help. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, they have this crazy aggressive sex scene. Pretty fun to watch.
It's politely aggressive. It's
And
not
then-
like choke slamming.
No, but she slaps him.
She does slap the shit out of him. Actually, it's aggressive.
was
I
great.
take it all back. It's super aggressive.
Like for
I would,
approval.
I would stop. If I got slapped like that a couple of times, I'd be like, "Yo,
I think I'd cry, but keep going. Just like this podcast.
Okay.
So, anyway, they have a real aggressive sex scene. Cut to another really fun song. I don't remember what it was, and it's them outside the church about to get married.
Yeah.
Now this is the point of the movie where we first get introduced to Al Pacino's character.
We gotta hurry up. We're 27 minutes in.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so we get introduced to Aldo. Oh, there's a lot to unbox here, though. One quick note I wanted to make while she's the office manager, she's forging the signatures on the checks they're writing.
Right, and they give you a little hint because Papa dies, and then the trustee of the will, I don't know what you want to call that, the legal aid, I guess you'd say, of the will is like, hey, everything's fucking cool, but Papa Bear didn't sign this shit, so you have to pay buku taxes on this bitch if you want to get, is it 50% of the shares or 25?
I think it was 50.
Okay, anyway, most of the majority share.
A little forgery going on early on.
Yeah,
Is what-
and she's like next to a picture of old Papa Gooch, and his like name is under it, so they kind of give you a little pre-tell into what's going to happen. But we don't talk about it for a while in the movie.
Yeah, no, they kind of dropped that for a minute.
Yeah.
A little foreshadowing early on. Okay, so so they get married, and then this is where we first get introduced to Al Pacino, and Al Pacino, they all really want Maurizio to get into the Gucci business, but still to this point in the movie, he's like, I don't know. He kind of changes his tune a little bit around this point to be like, we'll talk about it, we'll think about it. Lady Gaga's character is like,
she's gung-ho, I want that money, bitch, what are you doing? Which is why she's in it in the first place. Like, that's the only reason. Oh, because when they meet, they're at the bar or whatever. Not whatever, they're at a bar. And he's behind the bar for some reason, which we don't really know why he's behind the bar. No one, that never comes up.
He's Gucci fan, he can go where he wants.
He's hella Gooch, dog. And she's like, yo, can you give me a drink? And he's like, do you know who I am? I'm Gucci, basically. And from then on, she's like, I'm gonna fuck that guy and take all his money.
Pretty much, yeah. That's a pretty accurate. Maurizio, who's Adam Driver's uncle, who's Al Pacino, asked him to come out. He lives out in New York at this point and kind of runs the retail scene of what they want to do with Gucci.
Well, according to him, like he's running. That's another part that we can skim over really quick. Patrizia, she finds like bootleg Gucci wares, and she's like, "Fuck this! Why are you doing this?" And what's his name?
Who? Which character?
Al
Pacino's?
Yeah.
Aldo.
Aldo is like, hey, if you want to make money, you gotta like give the housewife on Staten Island something to buy on the cheap to make her feel like she's rich. And he's like, this is a large part of our profit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big point when they go to, he flies them out to New York. He's trying to kind of pitch him to join the Gucci family. That's really where we start seeing, you kind of know, but you really start to see Lady Gaga. You know, she's dressing different now. She's grabbing that bag.
Oh, she's getting freebies and cheebies, dude.
She's loving it out there. Adam Driver's still not 100% sure that he's into it. And then we flash back. I don't know how long. I mean, they had been married at this point. We flash back to Lady Gaga sitting in their little house in Italy late at night, and she dials this is Selma Hayek's character coming in now. She dials a fortune teller number to get like, and it's so vague. She's just like, I want it all. I want everything. Am I going to make it?
I was confused at first too, because I don't know if you were ever a kid and you called like one of those things. I did once or twice.
Dude, we used to call the dirty numbers in your room.
Yeah, we did. We really did.
Your sleepovers were wild.
So, well, so like the phone rings while she's watching the TV, and I'm like, wait, is Selma Hayek in the fucking house? They're rich. You could have a fucking. I was not super confused, but I was a little bit confused as to where the fuck that was.
Yeah.
And then yeah, she's just like, is she the only one watching Selma Hayek?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I think so. She was like late at night in the kitchen.
And then,
well, she's slamming gelato because we find out right after that.
It's adorable that they say gelato too. Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna say ice cream. We gotta really church this up. Fuck, I don't want to be on me.
So
There we are.
yeah, then we find out that that is like she's pregnant. She asked that this is Selma Hayek's character. The fortune teller is Pina.
Oh, speaking of pregnant, in real life, two kids.
Who's Selma?
No, the Gucci's. Mauricio and Patrizia.
They had two kids?
In real life, they have two kids.
Oh.
We only get one kid in the movie film.
We only get one.
And it's three different actors, like child actors. And I would be so pissed if I was the child actor that got cast in that. No lines, nothing. It's just like, yeah, you're here. And then, like,
right.
they get dick.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
the kids, that's illegal. But they get no screen time.
No screen time.
None.
Kids aren't important in this one. Or never.
Yeah, well, it's not like American Beauty where kids are very important.
Shall I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. So after New York, well, while New York is happening, we get a flash to, we have then been introduced briefly to Jared Leto's character, who is Paolo Gucci, and he's definitely kind of the reject of the family. Like they keep referring to him to
he's
being
the black sheep.
Yeah, that he's dumb. He's got all these crazy designer ideas that are like not good for Gucci. An example, pastels and plaid are like no-goes. Totally gets, yeah, that he's kind of like the fuck up of the family and like, whatever, but he's family, so we let him do it. And then while this is going on in New York, Jared Leto's character, Paolo Gucci, he travels to visit Adam Driver's dad, Rodolfo, Jeremy Irons, who at this point in the movie is very, very sick. We don't know exactly what, but it's obviously some...
Oh, I should have pulled a sick picture of him.
Yeah, his eyes are all sunken and black.
They really sick him out.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Beetlejuice. He looks gnarly.
So at this point, Jared Leto's going to Rodolfo like with these new ideas for Gucci, and I had to step away and use the restroom. And Tim, kind of, what did he say a little bit?
You took the fastest piss in the history of the world.
I'm on a mission.
A pissing? All right.
Yeah.
Basically, fuck, it's not Adolfo. You just told me.
Rodolfo? Jeremy Irons?
Yeah.
Rodolfo.
And Adolfo.
Aldo.
Fuck me.
Hey,
Rodolfo was like, hey, yo, Mr. Skull it there. He's not very smart. That's basically what he said. He's like, hey, your designs are stupid. Keep that shit to yourself. Gucci will never sell your shit. You're fucking stupid.
Right. So yeah, that was I came back and Tim tells me that. Leto gets shot down with that idea, Paolo.
Not to interject, there were 6 people in the theater. People aren't going to movie flicks anymore.
Yeah, 6.
It was also a Monday, but...
It was a Monday.
Sorry.
So after that, we clearly see that Rodolfo, Maurizio's dad, is very, very sick. And then that kind of ties into Jared Leto's character being like, well, fuck you, I'm going to start my own line then. And then we get news that Rodolfo, Adam Driver's dad, Maurizio, has passed away. So he has now died. And then the next scene... Actually, we can pause there. So thoughts kind of on that. We're kind of getting towards the middle of the flick here.
Yeah, we need to get to the end.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. We're doing good work.
We're doing good work.
Thoughts on what now? The middle of the
Kind of
the death?
that whole thing with
I thought that moved really quick.
yeah.
So we have like kid, we talk to dad, and then dad dies. It
Right.
was like bang, bang, bang.
Right.
Very quick.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It does kind of move there. This was actually maybe just right before the middle of the movie, and I actually did a time check at this point to be like, all right, we've got to be like an hour and a half through this thing.
It's a long flick.
It was like 45 minutes in, and I was
It's a
like,
long
oh
flick.
shit, it is. It runs at 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Yeah, it could have been a half hour shorter.
Oh,
for sure.
For sure. Okay, so Rodolfo dies, and that kind of brings us into maybe the next act of the movie.
Right.
So then it pans right after that scene is Patrizia, Lady Gaga, talking to the fortune teller again.
Yep.
And the fortune teller is giving her some wild advice of like, wear this color so that you can stay strong. Like, you're going to get everything like really.
You should wear green. She's like, I don't wear green. It clashes with my eyes.
Right.
Wear the underwear.
Right.
You don't wear underwear.
Right. Yeah. I don't do no undies. Where am I at here? So Rodolfo dies, fortune teller. Then they actually moved to New York at this point.
Yeah.
So
which Mauricio did not want to do.
yeah, he's still
at all.
kind of like not really into this, but
No.
Lady Gaga's kind of driving Adam Driver at this point.
Very good. I was gonna make that little quip.
Tim already talked about. They see the black market Gucci, and then
She freaks.
she freaks out.
She freaks straight trout. She is like, if I was married and she freaked out that much about like my family's company, I'd be like, all right, you need to calm your tits.
Well, you kind of start to wonder if he's kind of going to start thinking like that.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't really happened yet.
Uh-huh.
But so it was interesting because when she freaks out about the black market Gucci, I thought that Aldo, who's Al Pacino, who's now the majority owner in the company because Rodolfo has died, I thought he was going to say it was good because like even the fake branding is still like branding out there, which is not the route he took.
No.
Basically, he said that like, well, okay, I guess maybe I didn't understand that fully. Are they making the shitty knockoffs to sell? No,
I don't believe so. Maybe they are.
because he doesn't.
I didn't think about that either.
He thinks it's good for business.
Well, they also, it's under a bridge where she's buying all this, and also she bought all of it, so she's just perpetuating bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, she could have been like, "Fuck you, I'm Patricia Gucci. Give me all your garbage."
right.
But she bought like a lot, like a bunch.
Yeah.
Like more than you could carry in your arms.
Right.
To go show Aldo.
Right.
So like, I guess you couldn't just take a picture. You coulda.
You
But
coulda.
it would have taken over an hour.
So at this point, she's fully into like wanting to start taking over and
Yeah.
getting her hands on this company more. Now at this point, Maurizio is in the company. He has like decided, okay, that this is the route he's going to go. He's still not like super gung ho businessman about it yet.
Yeah.
Which they make a point to be like, you know, he's not the best businessman. And they go, so at this point, he's kind of controlling a lot of the day-to-day designing operations. And they go to a Versace show where he meets with some designers and he makes a comment of, hey, you should design for us sometime. And the young kid basically goes, nobody wants to design for Gucci.
That's very true. Which, as a non-fashion guy, I'd be like, oh, why? They didn't really pin on that very hard. Like, wait, why?
Yeah.
I like that. That still confuses me.
Can I take a really brief pause?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
All right, we're back. So, at this point, nobody wants to design for Gucci. They're starting to see some seeds in the family grow of suspicion and things like Paolo, who's Jared Leto's character, is pissed off that he can't design right now. Wants to start his own line, and actually, at this point, Patrizia goes behind Maurizio's back and visits with Paolo, and is basically like, "Hey, start your own thing."
Yeah, which is they there's underlining meaning to that. They want him to start his own thing, but they don't want it to see the light of day. They're trying to like, I don't even understand what they were trying to do with that.
Well, she's calculated in the fact that she ends up coming back and pinning him on doing something against like the. Okay, so after all this stuff with the fashion show with Paolo, the family starts to crumble a little bit here. Paolo's really pissed off that things aren't going his way. Nobody likes his line. We end up finding out that it's a little bit more calculated about him doing his own line. And so what Aldo does, not Aldo, that's Al Pacino. What Jared Leto's character, Paolo, the fuck up, ends up doing is he ends up digging up some dirt on his dad about tax evasion, tons and tons of amounts of tax fraud.
Lots of tax fraud. Really bites him right in the Gucci.
Bites him right in the Gucci. So what ends up happening is Aldo ends up going to jail. Tim, how long did he go to jail for?
He went to jail for a year and a day. And if you don't know, you do a year and a day so you can go to federal prison. Because if you do 365 days, you go to county. If you do more than a year, you go to federal prison.
Yeah, that was pretty fascinating because I did not know that. I was not aware of that. So that was a fun little...
That was part of my trivia. But,
Ooh.
well, it's not anymore.
Okay.
My wife...
Sweet.
My wife she proofread our things wrong.
Right.
So I know one of yours is about jail time.
Yeah. So, so then at this point, Aldo gets arrested, which Paolo, Jared Leto's character, didn't really want that to happen. He didn't realize that it was going to get him in that much trouble.
No, he didn't want to fuck his dad that hard.
And then
But
after, after he's done porking his pops, he gets a cease and desist, which he's surprised by because it ends up showing that Lady Gaga was very calculated in him doing this line. I don't know the whole legality of it. And I won't dive too hard into that because I don't know. It is basically that he wasn't able to use the Gucci name for his own separate line for some reason, which is confusing.
Right.
Because he is an owner
He
of
is
the
a
company.
Gucci.
He's a Gucci.
Amerigo Vespucci, which is America's was named after, by the way.
So, Vesgucci.
Vespucci.
Gizgucci.
Vespucci. Moving on.
Okay, so then at this point, he gets the cease and desist. He's baffled. Patrizia and Maurizio meet him outside and basically try and buy him out. And this is really...
Is this in the car?
Outside of the car. They're standing outside.
Where their kids are, and she's like, put the kid in the car. I don't want her to hear this.
Oh, maybe.
And Mauricio is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember that.
Are we talking about the same thing?
This is where they first try and buy Paolo out.
Oh no, this isn't where Paulo's. This is after. What I'm talking about is after his fashion show, and he's like, "Why the fuck did you stop my fashion show?" Is that a different part?
No, I think that's probably the same part. I just don't remember exactly.
Well, that is not factually correct either.
Oh.
So they did have a dispute, but fists were thrown in real life. It wasn't just hey, fuck you. It was in front of shareholders, and it was like a bloodbath, which is why I don't understand. That's more interesting. Why the fuck didn't you put that in the movie? Like that's a way better thing instead of watching weird fake bald Jared Leto be like, oh my, but my culture, my clothes, why?
Right.
Why did you do this to me? God, that's how. If you haven't seen, you have seen the movie, you're watching this, but I love him in the movie. He's my favorite. I've said it before, but that accent is bad, but it's fun.
That's pretty bad. Pretty fun though.
Yeah.
So he gets pissed off that they try and buy him out and basically tells him to fuck off.
Yeah.
And this is really where we see Maurizio, okay, he sees what his wife Lady Gaga does, and he's like, fuck you, you're basically trying to fuck over our family.
Yeah, that's basically where, oh, damn it, I was going to put Big Nose on here too, but I didn't do that. You want to get into Big Nose? Are we going to Switzerland here?
We're literally, so tax evasion is the whole front of the company right now.
Yeah.
The Italian IRS or the IRS go to Maurizio and Patricia's house, and Maurizio gets the fuck out of there sneakily on a motorbike. He flees up to Switzerland.
Yeah, and he takes the old scoot to Switzerland. I should have Googled how far that is. Are they in Milan?
At that point, I don't know where they are. They're somewhere in northern Italy. My Italian geography is not that great.
I would like to know how far Milan, and I don't know if we know where he's going in Switzerland, but I feel like that's not real close.
I know northern Italy's close, but I don't know exactly where.
And it's also snowing.
Yes.
And we also, I wish I knew this for a fact, but I feel like he's not dressed appropriately, and then when we're in Switzerland, he is dressed relatively appropriately.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's
I know. Yeah, but
it's a move.
It's true.
Yeah.
So at this point, we get up to Switzerland, and Maurizio is in full on. Okay, now I don't trust my wife anymore at all. Yeah. The whole family's.
But she does come. Am I jumping ahead here?
No, that's exactly it. She comes up there.
Yeah.
And he roasts her in front of all of his friends. Yeah. Anytime she tries to say something, he just
it feels like that she wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I mean? He may have knew she was coming there.
Yeah.
But he didn't know that she was coming then.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when
and
they get up
the
there.
bride the Maurizio is like dicking down. You see him. So Maurizio's digging Switzerland, and he's like by himself for a minute because he gets the fuck out of Dodge to evade the cops. And his boy is like, here's your bike. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go. And so he gets to Switzerland, and then like the next thing you see is he's hitting the slopes, and he like looks back, and you see like this long-faced, big-nosed, what I thought was like his boy, his man. Like I thought it was like his dude, like from college. Did you feel otherwise?
Yeah, I actually found her pretty attractive.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna talk shit because I mean, once you realize she's a woman, she's not a dog or nothing. But I was like, yo, that's. And the words of Kramer, you'd be pretty good looking if you got a nose job.
Right.
Like, Jesus. I mean, I'm no dime piece neithers, but.
Yes, you are.
Like, man, I thought it was like a transpositive moment in the movie, but it was just a regular old lady.
Just a regular woman.
Well, she's not old, just regular old in the term of phrase. She's probably like, I think she is 40. Actually, I looked her up, and they also say she's a comedian, and I want to know what they mean by that because I couldn't find any sets.
Huh. I don't know. I didn't look her up.
I did.
Interessante.
I got up at 4. I did a lot of diving deep this morning.
Nice.
Yeah.
So okay. So at this point, another love interest comes in with the girl with the big nose, who some of us find attractive, some of us don't.
Yeah.
Preferences. And they celebrate Christmas in Switzerland as he's trying to sort out some of the tax stuff. And this is a really fun scene where they celebrate Christmas. She gets him this buku fucking watch, and then Adam Driver's character gets her a fucking gift card, which is hilarious. And then they go to kiss for the gift cards.
Yeah.
Or is that about the nose lady still?
For the gift cards.
Fair enough. They go to kiss, and he gives.
It's a Bloomingdale's gift card. Oh, damn it! Sorry.
So
and she's like, "Dude, fuck you! I've never been to Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
I only rock Gooch, homie."
It's clearly like a fuck you gift. And
yeah, it's a great gift. Which I'm surprised because that's like what 1980.
That's probably like mid to late 80s at that point.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to run a credit card in that time.
Right.
And like they show like a physical, like a card that you and I would know as a gift card. So right. I thought that was kind of like, like go watch fucking Home Alone. And watch him try to get a hotel. That's 91. You think they had fucking gift cards like that? I don't think so, homie.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good.
I went off on tangible
What's the context?
Bullshit.
So up in Switzerland, shit really starts to hit the fan. They have a really awkward Christmas. At this point, Maurizio pretty much gives no fucks, and it's pretty clear that this marriage is headed south.
Yeah.
At this point, Patricia is starting to go crazy because she can kind of tell that something fucky's about to go on.
Oh, yeah.
And so she goes back to the fortune teller, basically like...
They become good friends.
Yeah, it was at this point where I was like, damn, okay, so...
Are we getting to the mud bath?
Pina's got pretty close. Mud bath's like right at the end.
Mud bath's pretty hot.
Mud bath's pretty good.
Yeah.
They, where Peanut's character's got a lot more going on, telling her what she needs to do to basically, stay powerful or whatever. Yeah. So...
wear your colors... Be cool, honey bunny.
Yeah. At this point, Maurizio's looking to buy out the whole other 50% of it. The company's actually not doing that great.
Which is Paolo and Adolfo.
His dad, Aldo.
Fuck.
Yep.
And then Aldo's still in prison.
I think he just gets back towards this point.
But Paolo sells his shares.
Yes.
And do you want to get into that? Because that's a pretty moving part of the movie. Well,
yeah, go ahead. Because that's literally the next note is that Paolo had already sold his shares when his dad gets out.
Yeah, and then his dad finds out, and he's basically like, "You murdered me. What did you do?" Which doesn't make sense to me a whole lot. Because, okay, so if Mauricio has 50% of the shares, if I'm doing basic math here, that would mean Aldo has 25. And Paulo, what's his name now? Sorry.
Which one?
Aldo
or Paulo?
Paulo. He would have 25. So it's 50, 25, 25. That makes a hundo.
Yeah.
So why would your doofus son selling his shares end you? Unless you're trying to take his shares and use them accordingly. Which I guess is what he's trying to do. But I don't know. I thought that was very odd that was like the nail in his coffin.
Right. So, yeah, basically at this point, Aldo, who is Al Pacino's character, is basically...
Because he does make it seem like that's the death of him. And he literally, we're talking like 2 hours out of prison. and he's like, I am broke. I sold my shares. He's like, what? No!
Yeah, that was
like,
a bad
it's
move.
dramatic.
Right.
And it's almost like, wait, how come?
Right.
Why?
So basically, Aldo ends up getting strong-armed into selling his last portion of the shares.
Yeah.
Which you find out Adam Driver was behind the door, kind of watching the whole
Which
thing.
is also confusing because, like, the Bahrain guy, the whole conglomerate, rather.
The investment guys.
Yeah, they get, like, strong-armed into bringing Mauricio out, which is like, why did you need to bring him out?
Yeah, I wasn't real clear on that either.
That didn't make any sense because he's like, where did you get those shoes? Because Adam Driver's character, Mauricio, he like gifts the Bahrain investment company like a pair of shoes to entice them to invest in the takeover of the extra shares. And Al Pacino's character, Aldo, is like, let me see the heel of that shoe. And it's covered in like gold flake. He's like, yeah, those are expensive shoes. I couldn't keep doing that because it was too expensive.
Right.
And then that's when the investment company stops and they bring in Mauricio. And he's like skittish to come in. But like, I feel like he doesn't have to be in the room for any of that.
Right.
Like
right.
I think that's why he's paying you, is to take care of this.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be. I was surprised he was even like in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even be there?
Yeah. Yeah.
This
No,
is
that's
a
a good.
multi-million-dollar thing.
Yeah, you feel like he would.
Like when I hire a fucking exterminator, I'm not in the house.
Right.
You're doing the thing.
True.
I'm not here.
You
You
can
do the
help.
fucking thing.
Right.
I could help, but I'd rather not.
You could. So okay, yeah. So that all happens. Aldo gets bought out.
Yeah.
Painfully.
Which is a pretty, like, I think they really try to make you like feel in that, but he like scribbles his name and throws it. He's like, no, you got
Yeah.
shareholder,
Yeah.
fucking blah, blah. It was like, eesh, this is pretty yicko.
So at this point, Maurizio has basically become the most cutthroat he's going to come in this whole movie. He kind of comes full circle into like not wanting to be in the business, and then now he's running the whole fucking show, and he's kind of become a little bit more cutthroat now. He's he serves Patricia some divorce papers, which is pretty hilarious. Patrizia, and she's not happy about that.
Oh yeah, she doesn't take the old, oh Jesus, Weimar. She didn't take the old papers very well at all.
Right. Which you could tell it had been coming at this point.
Do you have more to add?
On which part?
This part, because I have, like, if we're gonna get to the end, like the papers is pretty. Well, I'll let you do what you're doing.
No, you're fine. We're coming up on the end anyway, so good.
So like the papers, like,
there's some more forgery in there somewhere.
yeah. So we come to the papers, and then that's kind of like the end. Well, fuck. All you talk about. I'm jumping too far ahead.
Not really. That's right where I'm at.
Are you talking about the hit? You haven't got to the hit yet.
No, I'm not quite there.
Well, I'm talking about after the hit.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So she gets served
Spoilers.
divorce papers from who I thought in this movie was the driver of, like...
Yeah, he kind of just seems like the guy that is around and kind of watching over Mauricio.
Yeah.
Because like you see him in the beginning when he's on his bike doing his thing, and he's
Oh.
kind of watched over. Like he's like a security guard almost, and he's
Oh.
kind of like his handler,
Yeah.
so to speak. And then like he becomes like the guy, and you're like, wait, why is he the guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, they
he's
didn't-
just like paid help, is what you think when you're watching it. And then go ahead there, Cheese.
Yeah, well, they didn't do the best job of fleshing out who he was.
They
Like,
did the best job in a lot of things. In this movie.
your description of him is like better than what the movie really gives you. Like,
Absolutely.
Like it was not that good. So anyway, they are now officially divorced. The
Are they officially divorced?
I think so, because, well, I don't know if it's official.
I don't think it's official.
They're getting divorced. Like, it's what's happening.
Well, that's what Mauricio wants to happen.
Yeah, maybe it's not official.
I don't think it's official.
Okay. So he's trying to divorce. She shows up as, and mind you, he's still with the gal from the Swiss Alps that they were skiing with. He's with
call her Big Nose.
He's with her now. And she shows up begging at their door, basically like, come back for me and my daughter. Adam has a great line in that part where he's like, I don't need to see the daughter. Like, I was just with her 2 weeks. I'll see her again pretty soon. Like, fuck you. I'll see the kid when I see the kid. And he's paying for them to like live and have money and do stuff.
Which is where, if they're divorced or not, for me, comes into play. Because, yeah, sure, he's taking care of you. But like, he also mentions that he doesn't love her anymore.
Yeah. But he doesn't hate her.
But he doesn't hate her.
Yeah.
But he's
going to
take care of her.
Right.
But does that mean that she's in the will, because we're talking about. I think they even mentioned at the time this is like a $4 billion industry.
A lot of money going on.
So like, I'll say I don't hate you, but that doesn't mean you're getting shit from me. But
Right.
they have the daughters involved.
Right.
They don't do a really, because I mean, this isn't just a story. These are people.
This
Like,
is real.
I mean, yeah, these are people, and that's another reason why the family is probably fucking pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This
That friggin' technologist.
I
I
don't
you got a bunch of good notes
I
there.
don't like that it goes to. Okay, so here we are.
There you
We're
go.
pretty
Go
close
ahead
to the
and
end
take
here. Gucci sales are way down at this point, and they kind of, it's confusing how valuable the company is, but it's also losing money, but they're also valued at a ton. So at this point in the movie, then she gets basically told, hey, I don't love you anymore, I don't hate you, this isn't gonna work. Patrizia Reggiani Gucci does not like this, and so
No.
she goes and meets up with the fortune teller, who they take a spicy mud bath, which you were talking
Dude.
about.
Hella spice.
Hella spice.
There's some good little titanis in there. Premium. Oh, sorry. Hey.
We're human.
Yeah.
So it's at this point in the movie where Pina, the fortune teller, is basically like, well, we could like put an end to him. We could just wax him off.
Yeah.
kill him.
Wax. I love a good wax.
And that's what she ends up deciding to do. This is definitely now the ending climax of the movie here.
Yeah.
So the investment company comes out. They have a very successful show with a new Texas designer, which they do a good job of not telling you exactly who that is. And me and Tim were kind of guessing, like, oh, who do you think that is?
Yeah, we were definitely guessing. Well, this studio has been built by Ross and IKEA, so I thought it was like Mark fucking, I forget his name now. A lot of his clothes are Ross though. Who are we saying? I won't say Mark Anthony, but I'm pretty sure that's Shakespeare.
Are you saying who we thought it was, or who it
Yeah.
ended up being?
No, who we thought it was.
I thought, dude, I don't know design that
Yeah,
well, so I was
yeah.
like, Ralph Lauren?
But I think they mentioned Ralph Lauren. Like, you would never work for Ralph Lauren.
Oh, see, I get them. They all kind of blurred. together.
Yeah, I don't really care about
It ended up being Tom Ford, who comes with all these cool new early
Is
90s
that Harrison's
vibes.
son?
Yeah, no, it's not. Movies.
Juvies.
They have a really great show. Like, it goes off really well. They're like reading the newspaper clip of how well it went. And then the investment company, the Iraqis, are like, hey, your sales are way down. We're going to offer you a ton of money to
Because
buy you out.
They nixed fuck. I'm using real names again.
That's fine, Al Pacino.
Al Pacino's character, he liked the frilly garbage. He was like, that makes money. Like I mentioned earlier,
Sure.
the wife in Long Island can feel like she's a Gucci, basically.
Quick.
But Mauricio nixed that because Patricia was like, that's garbage and that's gonna bring our name down.
Right.
And then the investors, of course, did not like that.
Right. Well, and then at this point in the movie, he literally asked them, he's like, who's going to run the company? Who's going to be the CEO? And that's why me and Tim were both like, who the fuck was this guy the whole time? They point to like the driver.
Yeah, they pointed to the driver, not Adam Driver.
Who Lady Gaga was wary of the whole time. She's like, who's this guy?
Right. So they kind of give Lady Gaga's character like she was a cunt, but she was right about a lot of stuff. And really, they are glorifying a monster. She was a terrible person, like literally terrible, and the worst, and not even calculated.
Yeah.
So should we get into the end here?
Yeah, this is the end.
Jesus,
so
Murphy.
So they hire two hitmen who
I wish I brought up a picture. Have you seen 101 Dalmatians?
not in a long time.
It's a tall, skinny guy that basically steals the dogs. I thought I sent it to the compute. I did not do that, but it is bar none like two fucking dog thieves. Like, it is
Right,
bad.
right.
They get in like a Fiat fucking 600,
Right.
and they're like bang bang bang, everybody's dead, and then they get caught.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
that's the end of the film here, is that Maurizio Gucci gets shot outside of some building.
Which is the beginning of the movie, and I'm getting a little tired of not tired. It's just like it feels cheap. Like we saw it with American Beauty. Like the beginning of the movie is the end,
Right.
which is fun, I guess.
It just depends.
But it's like, I don't know. We've been doing that shit for like 40 years.
Yeah.
Maybe give me something a little. And it's, I don't know. Now that we're like actually taking notes on movies,
Right.
I really, really, really notice it. And it's like, do we really have to use the same shot? And be like, oh, 2 hours ago, Tim remembers this part. Like, oh shit.
Tim's a film critic.
Nah, I'm a cricket.
No. That's a good point. Gucci gang.
Gucci
Okay,
gang.
so that's the end of the movie. 2 years later, Patricia Reggiani
Yep.
Gucci
It
gets...
ends very swiftly, by the way.
Yeah.
So we get bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
And then we basically we get like stock footage. Well, it's not stock footage, but it's mock stock footage of everyone in court. And then go ahead and tell them the years and like acquittals and all the bullshit.
Well, I can't give you all the years because there's some trivia coming up
Oh,
here pretty
there's
soon.
trivia.
All 4 of them get
Time.
Get time. They all spend some time in prison. So that was House of Gucci. And so real quickly, Tim, can I get a quick rating for this one?
I mean, I'm gonna give this one. I know we've only done 3 of these, but I think it's another 6.
Another 6.
Because it's fun. It's long. Is it fun enough to recommend? Oops.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe at home. This is a rental.
So
This is a rental.
so
This-
6.
I wouldn't pay more than $10 to see this in theaters,
So
and I did.
right, me too. I was there. So a 6 out of 10, and then 2 more questions for you.
Yeah.
What's the rewatchability on this one for you?
Low.
Yeah.
Very low.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like it's not fun enough.
A little long to commit to that again.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a 2-hour movie, and I think it could have accomplished the same thing.
And the final question for you is, would you recommend this?
I think you already asked me that.
No, I said rating, rewatchability, and now would you recommend it?
Would I recommend it? If you liked fashion, yeah, I suppose so.
Sure.
But like, if we weren't doing this pod and you were like, "Hey, man," well, that's a different kind of flavor. Because I don't really like. I mean, high fashion. I like looking cool and stuff.
You do look cool.
But it might make me think about it a little more. If
Sure.
you're like, go watch the Gucci movie,
Sure.
which then I would follow that up, hopefully. Well, this is you talking to me with like, it's a little long, but it's a little fun.
Sure.
Which brings me to just watch it on the couch so you can pause it and take a piss.
Maybe rent this one.
It's definitely in the rental category for me.
Fair. Fair assessment.
And maybe even like, I was gonna say catch it on cable, but who does that?
Right.
Nobody does.
All right.
Anyway, what do you put this at, Cheese?
Yeah, so it grew on me a little bit more after last night. I would go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10. I think that
7.
yeah, it went up more. I was at 6 and a 6.5 with you last night.
Curious with the 7.
It's gone up to a 7, and the reasons for that are as the more I've stewed on the performances from the 5 main ones we're going to talk about, and you can actually skip Salma Hayek, but from Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, Jared Leto especially, and Al Pacino, loved every performance. Now I'm not going to sit here and say they're Oscar worthy, but all of those characters' interactions.
I'm going to stop you there. This is not an Oscar-worthy film. It's not.
Supporting actor.
Maybe. I'll give you makeup. I might give you supporting actor. Film overall, this is not an Oscar feature.
So I don't think that the film is going to be a real Oscar contender,
no,
but I
no.
will say I think Jared Leto's got a shot at supporting actor, and I think Gaga's going to get a nom for Best Actress.
She might get a nom, but
I don't say she's going to win, but I think she'll get a nom.
she'll
for
get a
this.
nom. She'll get a nom nod.
So I will give it a 7 out of 10. The
Okay.
story was just kind of like, I guess it was already a real story, so whatever.
It feels like they already thought you knew about it.
Which, maybe they did.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
Yeah, exactly.
But we learned.
We did.
So I would give it a 7 out of 10. I thought the performances were pretty fucking
Pretty
good
good,
across
pretty
the board.
good, pretty
I
good.
would say the rewatchability, I'm with you on that.
Very low.
Very low.
Very low.
I don't want to sit through 2 hours and 40 minutes of that
no,
again.
No.
And not against, but like performances weren't good enough for me to be like, I can't wait to see this shit again.
No.
And then I would recommend it to somebody. I think it's a fun watch
You
if
think-
you don't know anything. I mean, I would.
It depends on the person.
It's not the best movie. It's not my favorite movie, but I think it's
Right.
worth a one-time watch.
One-time watch at home.
Honestly, if it was 45 minutes shorter, this thing
I didn't
probably
give you a half hour.
a half hour shorter, it starts creeping up into a 7.58 for me.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is interesting because I guess what I'm learning here is that I can like a movie and still think the rewatchability is like, I don't care to see that again anytime soon.
Oh, I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
a lot of things. I mean, I like to watch a lot of like B horror.
Oh, yeah.
So, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't really have a leg to stand on there because I like a bunch of garbage.
Yeah. I like, oh boy. Put a musical on for me. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, we got a 6 out of 10 for Tim. We got a 7 out of 10 for me.
I love that you're taking the reins on this one because I took fucking 0 notes I'm really glad that you took the high road on this one.
Well, I talked a lot. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm thanking you for doing so.
Um,
So what we're gonna do now, though, folks?
what are we doing now, baby?
A little bit of Stump the Movie Douche. Pause. All right, so we're gonna do a little rock paper scissors to see.
We're gonna trivia. It's time for some movie one, yeah.
To see who starts off. Trivia douche roundage. Are we doing rock paper scissors shoot?
Sure.
Okay. 2 or 3 or just go.
Just one.
Okay.
One
Unless we tie tits.
Got it.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Start her off, babe.
And please play along with us. If you've seen the movie, I mean, we won't know if you're right or wrong, but so you could always be right.
Bellissimo.
Felici ciao. All right, trivia question number 1. Tim, say one sentence in Italian. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Gucci.
Gucci. All right, okay. First question in the Christmas scene. What color is the watch that Patricia gets Mauricio for Christmas?
Oh, it's a band he doesn't really like.
Yeah. I'm gonna call clock. No, I'm just kidding.
I think. Hold on. Are we doing?
If you want, you can call for multiple choice, but your answer.
How
only
many
counts
multiple choice do I get? Just one?
You get one, and it counts for.
And we have what, 7 questions apiece?
7 questions apiece. You get one multiple choice, and it counts for.
Can I phone a friend?
Fight milk.
Oh, that looks like shit.
No, I'll give you multiple choice, but you only get to use it once. How about that?
Okay, well, I have 2 multiple choices for you.
Oh well, fuck, dude.
No. Let's do it raw. We're doing it raw. I think it's either green or brown.
I'm gonna need a final out of you, buddy.
We're gonna go brown.
Wrong.
Fuck!
It's actually red. Which was interesting because there's a red theme in that movie because the fortune teller tells her to always wear red. So I thought.
I thought she told her to wear green.
She does, but she doesn't like green, so she ends up choosing red.
Damn it! All right. Mark 1 negator for T-Bone there.
All right. Okay, at the end of the movie, Aldo dies from prostate cancer. What year does he die?
Fuck. 1982.
No.
Fuck!
1990.
Really? Was that late?
Yeah.
You told me I was going to get all these right.
I thought you were so.
Oh,
I'm about to get it a lot wrong.
frick.
All right. Okay. All right. At the end of the movie, when Patricia and Pina decide that they're going to kill Maurizio,
Yep.
where are they at when they're having the baths? Like they make a point that they're on a vacation destination.
I just thought they were in Milan. Florence?
No, they're in the Cayman Islands.
Fuck!
She goes, when we get back from the Cayman Islands.
All right. Really cool stuff.
All right, I got 3 more for you, buddy.
All right.
No, excuse me.
Did we say we were gonna have steaks with this, or
We can.
we'll do steaks
we'll
next
figure
time?
something cute out.
I'm eating a dog's dick right now.
All right, let me give you okay. What year does this story start?
1978.
Correct.
Hey, bing, 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 bing. Damn it!
Okay, I got 3 more for you, buddy.
There it is.
Hey, he's on the board.
Hit me.
How much is the buyout offer for Maurizio?
I believe that's 150 million.
Correct. No.
Hey. Fuck.
What was on the inside of the shoe that Maurizio
Gold.
gives? What was on the inside of the shoe that Maurizio gives to the investors?
Gold.
What was it? I guess I should have been more elaborate.
Gold flake.
It's a specific gold thing.
A gold insole.
It was a gold leaf.
Yeah, I think I get victory on that.
Yeah, the answer was I should have, I guess, worded it better, but I was going for gold leaf. But I'll give it to you. It was gold. What is the name of
That's
the
funny because I wrote that down and I was like, "Is there anything about shoes in that bitch, Grace?" And she's like, "I don't think so."
mother effer. Sorry, my notes are all goes to the top every time I click. What is the name of the investment group that buy out Paolo and Aldo?
Oh, it's fucking InvestCorp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ended on a high note there, so I think you got 4 out of 7. Even though
Damn it. There it is.
I'm gonna go to the audience on the gold plate.
Yeah, leave it in the comments if you think I'm a piece of shit or not.
Well, I don't think you're a piece of shit.
Wow, with my Ansarinos.
All right, lay it on me, son.
All right, Mr. Cheesebone. You see, I'm analog, Chase is digital. Name 2 of the cars Mauricio Gucci drives. They mention them. Okay, so there's 3 options.
Okay.
It shouldn't be cars. Name 3 instruments of transportation besides a bicycle.
Name 3
No.
instruments of transportation.
Name 1 of 3.
Okay,
sorry.
I think is one a Fiat.
Fiat what?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you that though.
Yeah, if you're gonna get gold flake, I think I get Fiat.
I think you do. Fiat Spider.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Spider. Did they say Spider?
No.
You'd have to know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Huh.
They mentioned the truck fleet. They're also Fiats, and then they have a Fiat 600 in the parking garage.
Give me just a second here because I made a joke about the DeLorean with the doors going up.
Yeah, this is
That's
something,
not a Fiat Spider, is it?
No.
I don't do cars.
No. This is what I was saying. I think it's gonna be. Oh, you told me to leave this one for last. I didn't do that. But this is a. Okay, I'll give you some hints because I know you're not a car guy. It is wholly Italian, like wholly with an H or a W, and it also ties in to leather.
Okay. So I got Fiat, and I'm gonna go with Maserati.
No.
Okay. I don't got it then.
But there's one more you could get.
Oh. Okay. A Ferrari.
No. It's when she puts her phone number on the scooter.
A Vespa?
Yes. Okay.
That's funny. I thought about saying Vespa, but I thought you wanted cars. So
I did. Did I say it wrong?
I don't know.
I did.
I didn't get it.
So yeah. So there's a Fiat Spider. There's a Lamborghini Countach. Countach. Yeah, you kind of have to know, but they do say Countach like 4 times. And then yeah, Vespa.
Okay.
I did put cars here, but I meant transportation.
I didn't get it. That's fair.
What's her fucking name again? I always want to say Patrice.
Oh, Patrizia.
Patrizia. How old is Patrizia when her and Mauricio get married?
I believe 25.
Fuck yeah. Very good. Very good. What drink did Maurizio make Patrice when they first met?
It's a martini?
With?
Oh, shit. A martini with whiskey?
No.
Because that's not a martini, but I thought she asked for something.
A martini with a twist of
lime.
lemon.
Lemon?
Yeah.
Damn.
The king of filth.
Yep, that's on me.
All right. What date did Maurizio Gucci die? It's on the screen twice.
Second. March
Yep.
20.
Yep. Landon's favorite number.
March 24th, 1996.
I'm going to give you one more shot because that's pretty close.
March 24th, 1997. 95.
Final answer?
95.
And what's the date?
March 24th?
Yay! I gotta give you some points. March 27th, 95. I'm gonna give you.
I was between 24 and 27, but I thought
I'm gonna give you a half point there.
All right.
How many did I get right? I should
I
mark.
think you got 4 out of 7.
No.
I think you missed your first 3 and then hit the last 4.
All right.
But I gave you gold flake. So.
You got 1.5 so far, right?
Okay. I can live with that. I didn't get the cars right. That's
all right. Where did Maurizio and Patrizia meet? Like what club?
Oh fuck. What club? I don't know.
Can you give me a guess?
I have no idea.
Can I give you a hint?
Sure.
If I said studio, could you give me a number?
Studio 7. Studio 51. Studio 53. I don't know. So I'm just guessing numbers.
Oh!
Okay.
Studio 54.
Okay. Yeah, nope. Good call. That's a good one.
What kind of material was and or is now? I think now is a little less true. What material were they famous for, specifically?
Leather?
Yep.
Okay. Whew. Cows, baby. Oink, oink, oink. That's a pig.
All right, this is a multiple choice one off the bat.
Okay.
What kind of motorcycle does Mauricio ride to Switzerland? Is it A, Kawasaki? Is it B, Honda? Is it C, Ducati? Is it D, Moto Guzzi?
What? Can I hear D again?
I'm going to read them all again.
I just want C and D. I don't think it's A or B.
Okay. I'm going to read them all again.
Fuck.
Is it A, Kawasaki? Is it B, Honda? Is it D, Ducati? Or C, Ducati? D, Moto Guzzi?
My brain's telling me to go C, but I'm gonna go D, Moto Guzzi.
Oh, my sweet baby boy.
I can't tell what the reaction is yet.
It is A, Kawasaki.
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely gonna go for Ducati.
Yeah.
Or...
I threw you a filler to the booth.
Fuck
there.
these fucking motocross questions. Just kidding.
All right, last one here. You really got 2.5 right now?
Yeah, I.
Are these hard?
Oh yeah, for me.
Okay. What city did Maurizio and Patrizia meet in?
What city I think is Milan.
Correct.
Okay.
Whew. All right, boys and girls. Well, hopefully you played along there. I believe Tim is the victor.
Tim won. Tim got it.
So I think next movie flick. Should we do Pig?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen Pig yet, it's pretty fun.
Pig is pretty good.
Actually, fun might not even be the right word. It's just like it's a
good,
movie worth
it's a good
seeing.
movie. I mean, if you're watching this and you don't know us, we're from the Portland area. It's filmed in Portland.
So that's
I'm a
fun.
Nick Cage guy. I don't know why.
I'm a sometimes.
I am. And Nick Cage, he can turn it on and he can turn it off. Nick Cage is in a massive amount of debt, so he does everything.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He does everything that's thrown at him, and if he wants to like it, he does a good job, and if he wants to not give a fuck, he does a pretty mediocre job. And Pig, folks, he really does a pretty fucking good job.
Fuck it, let's put Pig in the can.
Maybe we should just do Pig.
We're gonna do Pig unless somebody brings out a good recommendation. We're open to anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to,
I also wouldn't mind doing Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck, let's do it. I mean, how about some people message us in the comments like, what's your favorite fucking
Throw
movie?
it in the comments.
What's your least favorite movie?
Send us an email. Fucking do anything.
I just want to be consistent for consistency's sake. Tim, did you cry at all during House of Gucci?
No.
No cries. No cries.
No. No, I didn't. No, zero cries.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say it again. If you could give us an email at approvedforaudiences.pod@gmail.com.
Let
if
us
you
know.
wanna,
Let us know.
If you want to listen to our shit on the road and you don't know where to find it, go to approvedforaudiences.pod.buzzsprout.com.
Buzz with Z's, B-U-Z-Z.
Yeah, I'll put it right.
Thank you. We did that. Yep, you're right.
Right around meow. All right, guys. This has been approved for
Thank you.
all schmaudiences. Take it easy. Ah!